enjoyed your tour. I know many of you have already toured it several times. But thank you for joining us tonight. Each one of you here are important in the life of a child. Several years ago, our district began planning for change. Change that would allow us to continue the excellence that represents Castleberry ISD. Plans were drawn and redrawn and probably drawn again, with the finished product being this phenomenal building that we sit in tonight. How amazing it is to reflect back over the past year and process everything that has occurred in preparing this building for the opening of the 2012-2013 school year. We are honored with your presence, and we want to welcome you as we celebrate the dedication of the new A.D. Cato Elementary School. At this time, the Vice President of our Board of Trustees will give a moment of silence. Mr. Holder.
We're thankful we live in the United States of America that offers us an opportunity like we have this evening. We're thankful we live in a community that has invested in children. We're thankful for parents and other significant adults who influence the lives of children in so many ways. And as our children often do in this room, we're going to have a moment of silence at this time. Thank you.
Cub Scout Pack number 155, led by Richard Campbell, with Cub Scouts Cody Campbell, Tyler Rowland, and Jacob O'Toole, will present the colors. Our fifth grader, Christy Alvarez, and kindergartner, Jeremiah Roca, and Steve Ansley, A.D. Cato employee and veteran, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States flag, and will follow with the Pledge of Allegiance to the Texas flag. Gentlemen, will you please remove your caps and place your hand over your heart to join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, you may be seated. And now a special treat. Over 50 of our A.D. Cato 6th grade students will perform America the Beautiful, directed by Ms. Katie Curtis. we'd like to recognize our special guest.
Realize we've only been back at school for less than 6 weeks, so they did an excellent job on that. Let's give another round of applause. If you're lucky, maybe they'll come back later on in the program. I'd like to ask our Board of Trustees to please stand. My pleasure to recognize our President, Dr. Bob Mullen. Vice President David Holder. Secretary Kenneth Rumble. Board members Doug Lee. Tracy Coleman. Bill Seabow. And Meredith Martinez. And so their spouses will be able to see them this evening. They're with them as well. The spouses will please stand up. We're glad that you're all here. We also are fortunate enough to have some former board members. Maybe say that's unusual, but it's not. Ann Cozart is with us this evening. Ann, would you please stand? Barry Weaver is with us. Barry, would you stand? Mr. Charles Richardson is with us. I think he's still leaving cookies in the courtyard. And Mr. Wayne Land and his spouse. Would you please stand? Those are all very intelligent individuals. They hired me in 2000, so I'm glad that you're back. I'd also like to recognize our community members, especially our elected officials. If you are a River Oaks, Sanderson Park, or Fort Worth elected official, would you please stand and be recognized? We have worked very closely with the city. Are there any city employees with us this evening? Would you please stand? Because we could not do this without everybody. Okay, I know Ms. Claridge. There you go. Okay, there you go, Jenny. There you go. Thanks for helping me out. I was struggling there for a second. Also, I'd like to recognize the former property owners, those individuals who used to live where this new school resides. So if you are a former property owner, would you please stand and be recognized? We had seats for you guys up the front, but I guess we didn't tell you that. You know, you were afraid we were going to take the chair too, right? Well, I will say this. I understand that one of your grandson's classroom is where the living room of one of your homes was. So see, we did take into consideration what we promised you. I'll leave that one. And a special note, I was told today that the walking trail should be available to our school and our community at the end of the month, so November the 1st. So we're really excited about that. We're allowing the grass to grow. It's also a delight whenever you're rededicating a facility to be blessed to have relatives of the individuals that the school was named for, and we're going to address that shortly. But we have two members of the Cato family that I'm aware of. There might be more out there, but James Cato, son of Mr. A.B. Cato, was able to join us. James, would you please stand? Thank you for being able to join us tonight. And also the niece of A.B. Cato, Mary Cato, a former educator, 30 years and began her teaching in Casper Island. I offered to let them speak, and they both said I was long-winded enough, so we'll go from there. I'd also like to recognize our capital improvements team that's sitting up here on the front row. Would you please stand? And Brian Franks, get up here in the front row, son. There you go. Good job. Would you please stand and be recognized? like to recognize the entourage from WRA. We work very closely with WRA architects, and all of these people contributed, and they knew we were giving out food, so they're all here today as well. So, WRA architect firm, if you work with them or a spouse, would you please stand and be recognized? I will challenge you to find a better architecture firm. We try and we can. They're the best around. I'd also like to recognize MJ Thomas Engineering, Vicki Thomas. I believe you're here with us this evening. Would you please stand? Our civil engineer. All right, bless his heart. He's worked with the city of Fort Worth a lot, and bless him. I'd also like to recognize Dalston and Peterson Construction. We have 4 members of their firm with us this evening. Would you please stand and wave to everybody? There's the gentleman. And finally, the administrators throughout this district have taken pride in this construction of this building and have worked very, very hard. I'd like for any administrator or any employee of the school district that's with us this evening, please stand and be recognized. Know who you should be careful about your comments. So you know who's sitting by you, so you'll be careful what you say. At this time, Ms. Turner also has some introductions.
Tonight, I have been given the honor of introducing some extraordinary people. 1 year ago this month, Mr. Jones and his staff and I began meeting to devise the best plan possible for transitioning our staff to this new facility. Assignments were made, but this was only the beginning of our journey. 2 very different worlds, one being that of primary grade, one being that of intermediate grade, were blended together to create our new AD Cato family. I could not be more proud of our team that we have instructing our children. They are here day after day, planning for the success of our students. I will start with our administrative staff. This group is my right-hand men and women. If you'll stand, once I introduce you and let everyone see you, and stay standing. This is how humble they are. They work tirelessly with the planning and coordination of all the fabulous activities that go on throughout the campus. I couldn't make it without them. Thank you. Next, the paraeducators. We are shy tonight. The people you see standing here create the backbone of our campus, working tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure our teachers and our students experience success. Thank you. Our support staff. They may be out in the building working. These men and women take care of all the things, from the cooking to the cleaning, that make our campus a home. So thank you for being here. Encore and special ed teachers. Encore and special ed teachers. These are the ones who live through the fine arts and physical education programs and help us find our creative geniuses in different ways. They also serve the very special needs of our students throughout the campus. Thank you. Pre-kinder and kindergarten teachers, please stand. We have all heard the saying that it takes a special person to teach these little ones, and it does. I've learned in 6 weeks it does. And I truly have a group of very special teachers here tonight. Thank you. Being guided by this wonderful, enthusiastic group of teachers. Thank you. You just can't follow that act. exploration. Thank you. Third grade. This is a big year for our students as they experience their first taste of state testing. These are the teachers that gently guide our children into this new academic world. Thank you. Fourth grade. This is considered one of the biggest transition grades for our students. The transition being that of going from learning to read to reading to learn. Thank you. What an important year for our students. This is the year they begin to find themselves and discover their own personalities and styles. Keeping them focused on academics during this phase of life truly takes an inspirational teacher. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new A.D. Cato Elementary faculty. Thank you. I'm honored to be part of such a dedicated team who strive daily to build relationships, achieve success, and inspire excellence. Mr. Romo, Board of Trustees Secretary, will share a few thoughts on Mr. A.D. Cato, for whom this school was named.
Good evening. I would like to share some excerpts from the resolution passed by the Texas House of Representatives on September 26, 1986, 26 years ago. Arlie Cato died on September 22, 1986, at the age of 69. And his death was a sad event to the many people who knew and admired him. Born in Thalia, Texas, this native Texan moved to Fort Worth in 1945 and began a career in accounting department of General Dynamics that spanned 38 years. He retired from General Dynamics in 1982. Mr. Cato was a devoted member of River Oaks Baptist Church, where he served the congregation as deacon for 38 years, as church treasurer for 33 years. An active member of his community, this civic-minded gentleman was a Castleberry School Board member for 30 years. 20 of those years he served as board president. Mr. Cato is remembered for his outstanding personal qualities and enthusiastic contributions to this community. Members of his family, Wyatt, Meraldine Fox Cato of Fort Worth, they had 3 sons: Freddie Cato of Seattle, Steve Cato of Waco, and James Cato of Fort Worth. Many grandchildren and great-grandchildren. This came from Gib Lewis, Speaker of the House. Thank you.
Mr. Turner, would you please join me in honor of tonight's dedication ceremony? State Representative Charlie Garrett has bestowed upon me the privilege of presenting A.D. Cato Elementary a Texas flag flown over the state capitol in Austin. This flag was raised at the Capitol in the honor of all A.D. Cato students, and it was flown on the first official day of the school year, August 27, 2012. Our friend, Representative Garrett, wants to share his congratulations to the season celebration. I have 3 thoughts that I'd like to share with you tonight. One, I'd like to reflect on how we arrived here. It doesn't just happen. 2, I'd like to express appreciation. I believe when you celebrate success, you should recognize the contributors to that success. And also, my brief glimpse and hope for the future. Tonight, together in this beautiful new school, completed in time for a new school year, meeting the needs of today and keeping the promises of tomorrow. This school is symbolic of a community that cares and is willing to join together to do what is needed for our children and for our grandchildren. However, it didn't just happen. It wasn't the work of just a few. As you know, any major project begins with a plan. We like to say in this district that we have a plan for everything. Color-coded spreadsheets attached. So, how did we get here? The Capital Improvements Bond Program evolved from an extensive master strategic plan which created a vision for the future of CIC. Because of the shared vision of our community, the Board of Trustees, and a strong master strategic plan, we stand here today. After several Saturday trainings and workshops, I'll say it again, after several Saturday workshops and evening trainings, in 2010, the members of our capital improvements team developed a plan for the future. It's not often that we get a chance to build a completely new facility for our students. So the level of excitement was high, and the commitment to get it right was paramount. The Board of Trustees felt that it was important to build a new elementary school on the east side of River Oaks Boulevard. Then the decision was made to purchase the needed land. Since pre-kinder through fifth grade campuses have proved to be more successful, the decision was made to reconfigure the district's elementary campuses to pre-K through 5. One of the next decisions to be made was to hire an architecture firm. The board employed WIA Architects in May of 2010. The firm has worked tirelessly and eagerly to design this type of elementary school that our students, staff, and community will be proud of. They have succeeded. We've been blessed to hire WRA Architects. It is their skills that are visible tonight. Keith, Garrett, and Jay, and the rest of the staff. Feel like you've become part of the Casper family. Thank you. Bill's team continued to grow and develop in size. Patrick Parr Mabry was employed to oversee the capital improvements projects in August of 2010. Mickey Thompson became our civil engineer and was tasked with working with the city of Fort Worth that I mentioned earlier. But in 2010, our community overwhelmingly passed a capital improvements bond package with a 74% approval rate, supported by a tax ratification election with a 76% approval rate, and we began. We selected Dawson and Peterson Construction Company, and they have completed 4 of the 5 capital improvement bond projects. Capital improvement project number 1 was completed in August of 2011, Irma Marsh Middle School. Capital improvement project 3, Casper High School, was completed in September of 2011. Capital improvement project number 2, Joy James Elementary, was completed in February of 2012. And tonight we celebrate capital improvement project number 4, completed in August of 2012, A.B. Cato Elementary. We still have one little project left. Dawson Peterson was given the very difficult task of phasing in the construction of this school, A.B. Cato. This construction in phases allowed for us to open the school this past August. Ray was with us from the beginning, and Brady, Brent, and Jason completed the project as promised. Thank you very much. Another group that has worked tirelessly throughout the process. They have visited other schools, worked with the staff, and worked with architects on the planning and design of this building. Thank you. In addition to the Board of Trustees, I am greatly indebted to 4 of these individuals. Renee Smith Faulkner. You can stand up. I'm that appreciative. Keep standing. The rest of you follow the pattern. Renee and the technology staff have been responsible for all the technology equipment in the new classrooms. All network equipment, teacher and student computers, and other technology equipment was installed, configured, and ready for service prior to the start of school. The district saved, got another paragraph, See, here's what it is. Okay. The district saved nearly $500,000, $500 million, because of the technology department handling the entire technology infrastructure at AV Cato. Without these efforts, the distance learning lab would not have been possible, and we wouldn't have the technology that we have in this building. Renee, thank you very much. Lana McDonald. Inventoried every curriculum resource from Castleberry and AV Cato Elementary, taped, labeled, organized, wrapped pallets, created the logistic framework for all materials to be stored and redistributed, because we had to be out of AV Cato before we could move into the new AV Cato. Ms. McDonald was also responsible for purchasing all of the furniture for this campus, a monumental task itself. Lana, thank you very much. Jean Lamb and Brian Franks, would you please stand? There's Jean, taking care of the fine arts stuff like he's supposed to do. Good job. Auxiliary staff moved furniture and equipment throughout the summer. Teaching materials, library books, office supplies, clinic supplies, anything not attached was moved. In some cases, as I've said before, if it was attached, they simply moved it as well. I think we'll all agree that none of this could have happened without the direction and commitment from this department. Jean Lamb, thank you very much. You know, he just doesn't like the attention. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Brian Franks, thank you very much. And most importantly, I'd like to recognize the sacrifice of the Castleberry community. I mentioned earlier, the community overwhelmingly passed the capital improvements bond package, supported by a tax ratification election within 3.5 months, a very rare event in itself. I've often heard that you can tell a lot about a community by the way it treats its children. I am so proud that within Castleberry ISD, our community is committed to all children. We have built this world-class school to educate these valued students. When I say that we couldn't have done this without the community support, I truly mean it. When the land was purchased for this school, there was a small issue that had to be dealt with. The fact that 21 homes were located on the 7.5 acres. I believe that each homeowner was treated honestly and fairly. These individuals were asked to sell and move from their homes. After the initial shock to a person, they were supportive of a school being built on this site. And it's evidenced by so many of them being here tonight with us. Let's reflect on what was before we look at what is. I do not want any of us to forget the sacrifice that you've made, and we do appreciate your sacrifice. We also thank you for your understanding. And I wanted to say that publicly one more time. Thank you. So we now have the money, we have the land, we have the construction company, and the building began. We had a groundbreaking ceremony. Some of the same people that are in the room tonight were at that groundbreaking ceremony. It doesn't seem like that was a long time ago, but it wasn't that long. And I would like to If you would allow me to, I'd like to illustrate with some time-lapse photos taken during the past several months of construction. You'll notice the last photo was a little bit quick because it's all interior. But this picture was taken initially in May, June. Bless those beautiful trees. July, you see that we're starting. August. Hey, pieces are going on. I don't want to go back there with it. I remember when that was on there. That'll be all right. That was last month, a year ago last month. That was Christmas of last year. January of this year. February. Former board members, there are no flat roofs, and there is no eaves in this building. As you maybe promised that there would be. Ever again. For years to come, this will be A.B. Cato Elementary will be a safe and a happy place to learn and grow, just what a school should be, a center for learning. Earlier, I referred to the sacrifice of the Castleberry community. Let's not forget that our families and businesses, whether they have children or not, make financial sacrifices on behalf of our children. They value education, and it's their money that funds the educational process. It's their money that builds this wonderful facility. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally, my hope for the future, I glimpse into the future. Most people will agree that 2020 is considered a perfect vision. People needed a lot of vision to make this happen. However, vision also extends to the future. Students in this year's 5th grade class will graduate in the year 2020. Kindergarten students will graduate in the year 2025. This building will survive beyond the adults in this room's lifetime, but it will not outlive the devotion to teaching and the desire for a better world. When this building has outlived its useful life, I hope that we have left the resolve to continue the search for education in whatever vessel appropriate for that time. Congratulations to all of us on this remarkable accomplishment, and thanks for letting me share in this important day for our children and for this community. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And may God bless A.B. Cato Elementary for many years. Thank you.
With the voting of a bond issue in 1949, a school building on Merritt Street was constructed. This large structure included 18 classrooms, a library room, a music room, offices, a clinic, a book room, 4 restrooms, and a large cafeteria with a complete stage. This building was ready for use in 1950 to 1951. It was named Castleberry Advanced Elementary School. As Mr. Romo shared, on October 14, 1986, the Board of Trustees voted unanimously to rename Advanced Elementary to A.B. Cato Elementary School. Tonight, we rededicate this new A.B. Cato Elementary facility. This school reflects a community partnership. It's a partnership of parents, teachers, community members, students, administrators, and local government. This partnership reveals a community that cares and is willing to take action. Together, ordinary people have accomplished something extraordinary here. Today, we celebrate that accomplishment. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, as the current president, the administration, and the Castleberry community, we dedicate this new and marvelous facility. Each of you has played an important role in making these great things happen for our children. Because of you, CISD is able to hire highly qualified teachers and staff and equip them with everything needed to give Castleberry children the best education possible. You have enabled us to bring the world to our children. A long-distance learning plan will be used on a weekly basis to allow our children to take virtual field trips and engage with facilities around the nation and truly make textbook knowledge come to life. The Library Media Center is equipped with state-of-the-art technology that allows our students to read, research, and engage in academics in a way that will enable them to truly be globally competitive in their future. The classrooms are more than classrooms. Every aspect was designed with instruction in mind. They will come alive daily as teachers design interactive lesson plans through the use of smart boards and internet access. The new Cato Elementary campus is dedicated today to serve the educational needs of Castleberry ISD for many decades of the 21st century. We are thankful to all who worked to make this happen. Thank you.
What a great evening. I want to thank each of you personally for helping make this great facility become a reality. What has happened here is probably bigger than you realize. This is much more than a beautiful building. As each child and family walk through the doors of this beautiful new building, they are also walking through the doors of new opportunities. With this magnificent building, our community has shown that education matters. Education needs teachers who enter the classroom every day with enthusiasm and a caring attitude, to be present and prepared for each day's lessons. Education needs parents to be actively involved in their children's academics, to make sure they are at school every day, to check their homework, to attend PTO meetings and parent-teacher conferences, to demonstrate daily the importance of education. Education needs a caring community, one to make choices that continuously improve the academics for our children of Castleberry, and also to make sure that everything needed to provide a quality education is available, which was demonstrated by passing the bond in 2010. Education needs all of us, the whole community, to support and nurture our youth. This building is more than just beautiful, it's inspiring. As I watched our families walk through the doors on that first day, it was truly a touching moment. The awe on their faces made all the hours of planning, packing, hard work, and preparation worth it. I watched as they walked around fascinated with the physical aspects of the building, and I could not wait until they actually experienced the learning moments that were yet to come. As the principal, I'm so proud to be a part of something so great, but I also stand before you as a community member who is even more proud. As I watch our children run around the neighborhood, I know with great confidence their futures have unlimited potential. It is very humbling to know that our community and parents have not only entrusted us with the task of educating their children, but have reached out and made it possible to do even more incredible things than before. Whatever role you play, know that it is important in the lives of our children. Know that everything we accomplish is in part due to you. Your faith, your support, your generosity, and your belief that great things can and will happen inside the walls of this beautiful building. We will always need your support as we strive to provide the best for our students, and as we provide a lasting legacy for opportunity for future generations. We will always need your support as we bring the world to their fingertips, as we help our children realize their potential, their importance, as we help them realize that they are the world. In closing, once again, our students from AD Cato will perform We Are the World. gentlemen, this is why we are here tonight. Let's give them one more.